looking at Los Angeles. They want to turn it around after the loss to the Bobcats.
Kevin, that game defensively was an absolute nightmare. They went into that building and just got blown out by a very hot team.
Well, they didn't defend those shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started rocking and thumping and bumping, things only got worse.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside the 7-footers, Gasol and Kaman. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. Schroeder passes to Horford. Williams drains it from beyond the arc. Williams has got 25 points.
Clearly, he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
Gasol setting the pick for Kobe. Nash outside. He kicks it to Gasol. Millsap's there. Fades away. And again, it's the Lakers.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Atlanta calls timeout. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
You know, on an ordinary night, I think they would have come out on top in that game. That's how well they played, but they just happened to run into a club that was playing at the top of its game.
And Steve, I think they get the win if that game has been at home instead of on the road.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He told us, guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it. And just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
Now here's Williams. Three-pointer. Another three for Atlanta.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
It's Nash with the drive. Hill kicks it over to Nash. Poked away. Stolen by Schroeder. Outside Williams. Shoots. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shot.
Here is Nash, following the score by Lou Williams. Johnson for 3. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Nash has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Starting to get it rolling, guys. That's 4 3-pointers for the game. 3 of them coming in this second half.
Now here's Williams. Passes it to Schroeder. Back to Williams. It's up a 3. The rebound by Johnson. The Lakers in the lead. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Well, looking back at that last game between these two teams, they lost the game. I thought the difference was they were badly out-rebounded inside. And it's so tough to win a game when you can't secure that ball.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Kobe. Atlanta with the rebound. Millsap's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. They host the Kings after this game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Kings game. Should be a close one.
And Clark, talking about rebound, I'm sure that this team has been reminded of that by the coaching staff.
Without question, and you can't be surprised to see them really crash the boards in this one. They needed to get some second chance points, and their defense needed to limit the offensive rebounds at the other end. Definitely that was a focus for them, controlling and handling both backboard. Hawks were pretty solid against the Western Conference, splitting the 30 games they played, 15-15. And if you do that against the West, when you're an Eastern Conference team, usually you're going to make the playoffs, and the Hawks did as a 6th seed.
All free throws good from Schroeder. And for the Hawks against the West, as Clark, you were talking about earlier, 15-15. It might sound ho-hum, but Steve was actually the 4th best record against the West of all teams in the East.
Well, look, the West, we know the more dominant conference. I think 15-15 is a pretty solid record for Atlanta. So they had a good showing last year against the West.
Pass to Carroll. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Fades. Hill with some nice D. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Backing down is Bryant. Hill, Millsap covering. Nash outside. Takes the 3. And again, the Lakers no good.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Now here's Williams. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
A lot of high hopes for what Lou Williams could do with a new team last year. It really started off quickly with Atlanta. Had some good games, but eventually the season went down the drain with that knee injury in January.
And that one falls for Williams. And for Williams' quickness, a big part of his game. We'll see how the knee affects his game, Clark.
You know, it normally takes a year or so to get back to playing, 2 years to get back to 100%, but he's signed to a very cap-friendly contract, so Atlanta may be able to weather his loss until he's back to his old self.
And Williams drops them both.
Well, a coaching carousel for the Lakers last season. They made it only 5 games before firing Mike Brown. Then they decided to go in a new direction. And, boy, they went through 3 different head coaches before all was said and done. They never really were able to gain that consistency they were looking for.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And back to the Lakers' struggles last season. What do you think, Clark, were the main problems that, held them back from being the kind of title contender that they thought they were and a lot of people imagined they were?
Well, how much time do I have? 3 or 4 shot clocks worth? I think there were a number of issues, as you might expect. Injuries played a significant role, but I think there was discord over how they should play. Really no true identity. They were a big team trying to be small, a team without a number of shooters trying to spread the floor, older team trying to go up tempo, coaching change, and that transition.
Right, yes.
You had a lot of moving parts, and it made it very difficult for everybody, I think, and it showed in how the Lakers' season went.
It's a good assessment.
They've been strong on the board. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Williams against Nash. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. He's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
The shot's good from Schroeder. Schroeder's got 9 points here in the second half. LA's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Gasol, a screen on Williams. The open shot by Johnson. And again, the Lakers no good.
He doesn't really scare a defense at all. You've seen him miss quite a few just like those.
Kobe against Williams. Horford sets a screen for Williams. Carroll dishes to Williams. Shot is off.
Couldn't convert, but nice little 2-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Nash kicks to Hill. Millsap on him. Post shot. Second chance shot. And there's the nice layup by Hill. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Well, most of all, I just love the work he puts in on the offensive glass. So many of his points come on putbacks just because of sheer hustle.
And he gets after it hard, Steve. If there's even a chance he can get to a loose ball, he'll throw himself right at it.
Here's Millsap. He gets the shot to fall, and the defender wasn't set. He's called for the block and a 3-point play chance here. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
Now, their passing also continues to be outstanding, Clark. In the second half, we're really seeing a good, efficient offense as a result of that ball movement.
Atlanta making a switch here. Teague's checked in.
Look at the free throw percentage. Unblemished since halftime, Clark. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
Now, here's Nash. Dishes to Gasol. Hill passes to Johnson. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And that's 20 points for Johnson. The Hawks have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. T kicks to Horford. Hill's there. Millsap's against Gasol. And Williams, here we go. That's good. Williams has got 34. Lakers trail by 3. And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 3. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. .157 left in the fourth quarter. Hill dishes to Kobe. Right side, Kobe. On the pass to Nash. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked by T.
It just has not been a viable option for them this quarter.
Atlanta leading by 3. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Williams. 34 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Teague against Nash. Shot clock. Nash has got 4 this quarter.
And that shot sucked the life out of the whole building.
Oh, that was a big one, Clark. You can hear it.
Yeah, that was a gut punch right there. These fans, oh, man, they're struggling.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're ahead by 3. 1:06 left to play here in the fourth. Williams up on top, guarded by Kobe.
Good. This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Hill sets the screen for Kobe. Kicks it out to Johnson. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. Now here's Millsap. 34 seconds left in the fourth.
He's their top rebounder. He's doing an excellent job on the glass today.
Well, I tell you what, I love the effort he's shown on the boards today, Steve. It's been fantastic.
Here's Johnson.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Smart foul there. He's got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Chris Kaman is checked in for Jordan Hill. Second one is good. We both at the line, and it's a three-point game.
Perfect time to be perfect at the line. Now only a three can tie it.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 3. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Well, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. You could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You got 3-point shooters. Let it fly.
Nash against T. And Nash, here we go. The steal. Outside Williams. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And you got to think those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
And so the Hawks take the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Holland saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Lewis Williams.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, folks. I'm Damon Bruce. Tuesday night in the NBA. It's the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. And with opening tip on the way, let's head out to Memphis to join our broadcast team of Kevin Harlan, Clark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr.
From Memphis, Tennessee, at the home of the Grizzlies, we're broadcasting from the FedEx Forum. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today is Zach Randolph.
Well, this guy's an animal on the glass, Kevin. I mean, there may be some bigger and stronger rebounds in the NBA, but nobody plays with this kind of energy and zeal.
And he gives them a terrific option in the low post every time down the court. Even with multiple defenders around him, he knows how to create a shot for himself.
Back to the road tomorrow as this is the final game of the Grizzlies homestand. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
You know, taking a look at Memphis, they've struggled more than I would have anticipated to start this season, guys. I mean, a top-tier team on paper, but the win-loss column tells us a different story. You don't win games on paper, guys.
And for a team with a chance to do something special, I'm just not sensing the urgency thus far. I mean, they can play better, and they need to play better.
Now, here is Miller. Back to Conley. Conley off the pick from Randolph. Conley into the lane, and Hill over to help. 5 to shoot. Kobe with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Kobe's got it with a fast break chance. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And a missed layup. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
They had major problems at the charity stripe in that game. It was interesting. They just could not make free throws.
Yeah, and that's frustrating to watch, especially on the road where your opportunities at the line tend to be a little more sparse than when you're at home. Boy, you've got to cash in on them.
Randolph pitches to Prince. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Prince has got the first points up on the board here for Memphis. Grizzlies on defense. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, they didn't play well that night. They weren't very aggressive. They shot the ball too often from the perimeter, never got it inside, and they were also very shaky from the foul line.
And the basket by Johnson.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach of the Grizzlies. I asked about their game plan defensively, and he said, well, we all know it starts for them at the point guard position with Steve Nash and his combination of elite shooting and passing ability. We really have to stick to our principles and work as a team if we're going to have success against him. Guys, we'll see what happens.
Thank you, Doris. There's really no excuse. I don't know how many times we've seen it, especially when, Clark, it's time for the playoffs. The winners usually make their free throws.
It's elementary, Watson. Make your free throws when you get them. Everyone needs to take their time, get into their routine, and fundamentally execute the free throw shot.
It's Kevin, not Watson.
Okay, well, Kevin Watson.
All right, good. Hey, I like that. Okay. Gasol setting the pick for Nash. Right side, Gasol. Back to Nash. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Johnson can't hit. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to Minnesota.
And guys, had their free throw shooting been anywhere near up to par, I think it would have changed everything in that game.
No doubt about it. I mean, there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line. It infiltrates other parts of your game.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Conley. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
As you might expect with any team that's as tough as Memphis is defensively at home, they were a real difficult team to deal with. They seemed impossible to score on at times.
The open shot, Nash, and it's good off the back rim and in. Nash has got his first points in this one. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Conley against Nash. Back to Prince. Johnson on him from inside. A rebound by the Lakers. Memphis very strong at home, as you said, Clark. Tied for the 4th best home record in the West. And, Steve, as you might guess, it's a big part of why they were able to finish 5th in the Western Conference.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. And I think you look at the team, so good defensively. Lockdown players at every position. Then you go to the home crowd, which could be really loud. They kind of fed off that team defense. And one of the reasons Memphis ended up with that home court advantage was because of that combination.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Nash kicks to Johnson. Six on the shot clock. Here's Kobe. Drains it from 17 feet out. Kobe's got his second basket of the night.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Nash against Conley. Outside for Randolph. Prince outside. Buries it down low. Prince has got his second bucket of the game to go. The Lakers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8.
Tayshaun Prince had been a Piston his whole career, guys, and I thought he might end his career there. But last season, he was shipped over to Memphis to replace Rudy Gay, and it's been a hand-in-glove fit because of the blue-collar style of Memphis, and that's kind of how Prince plays, especially at the defensive end.
3 on the clock, and here's Nash outside. Can't get it to go. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Miller outside. Prince against Johnson. Here's Gasol. No good. Hill with some nice D. And Tayshaun Prince, a low-mistake player, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, he doesn't turn it over offensively. He can actually play some point forward because of his ball handling ability. And defensively smart. He doesn't gamble. Just uses those long arms to keep you away from the hoop and challenge your shot.
And the Lakers making a change here. Howard's checked in. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Outside Conley. Back to Gasol. Outside Conley. The pass to Gasol. Shot clock at 5. That's good.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
You know, offensively last season, guys, the Lakers just never seemed to be able to get out of their own way. I mean, they had the worst turnover ratio in the league, and they really struggled to take care of the ball. And even when they got up a shot, a lot of them were questionable shots. They shot the 3rd most threes in the league, but were in the bottom half of the league in percentage.
Lakers trail by 4. And going back to the Lakers' offensive troubles last season, the worst free throw percentage, Steve, in the NBA.
And obviously that's attributed directly to Dwight Howard because the Lakers also led the league in free throw attempts. So Howard was getting hacked. He really couldn't get it going. He made about half his free throws for the season. And that just really carried over into the team's performance.
Miller, the pass to Conley. And stolen by Keenan. Kobe kicks to Nash. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Conley against Nash. Conley dishes to Prince. The shake. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, the talk around the Grizzlies about moving has been around for a while, but a new ownership group came in and put that to rest. And one of the first things they did after buying the team was say, hey, the Grizzlies are here for at least 15 years.
And that one falls for Prince. And as a fan of the Grizzlies and as a fan of the NBA, you like hearing that the Grizzlies being tagged to stay in Memphis for another decade and a half, Steve. That's good news for everybody.
Yeah, it is. This is a great city, a fan base that really supports its team, and the Grizzlies have turned into an excellent franchise. So let's hope that there's another couple of successful decades at least here in Memphis for the Grizzlies.
Blake with it, over by Conley. Blake kicks to Kaman. Davis is there. Shot to stop the drought. Offensive rebound. Here's Howard. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
He is so athletic, Kevin, and for a guy his size, one of the best athletes I think this league has ever seen. And what makes him so important to his team is just the defense, the shot blocking, the anticipation, the speed, the dominance in that paint area.
Yeah, when you're 6'11", Steve, strong and can jump the way Dwight Howard does, I think it just comes with the territory. Whether he's sending shots back, throwing them down, everything is done with authority. Well, let's start with the positive and the Lakers postseason. They did make it. That's all that can be said. Is their dramatic passing of Utah and the Rockets down the stretch to take the 7th seed was really the lone highlight of what would be a quick exit from the playoff swamp.
And both free throws good for Howard. Going back to the Lakers, swept in 4 straight by the Spurs, and none of the games really that close. The Spurs, Steve, just dominated them, and every sense of the word, injuries didn't help either.
No, they didn't help, but the Spurs just outplayed whoever was on the floor for LA. And I think a lot of people thought that the Spurs would be a good first-round matchup for the Lakers, but that notion was quickly squashed. San Antonio just totally dominant.
Shots good from Young.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Memphis leading. Conley with it. 9 points last game out. He feeds it to Bayless. Back to Conley. Clock at 6. The dish to Bayless. Chris Kaman with the rebound.
You have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
Here's Young. He nails it, and we're tied up. Young's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
Now here's Conley, averaging 13 points a contest. Kicks it to Davis. The stupendous finish in traffic. And the Grizzlies lead by 2. LA's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Blake passes to Howard. On its way from Young for 2. No good. And Memphis the other way now. Here is Bayless. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Conley off the pick from Melo. Bayless dishes to Conley. 4 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there.
Kaman kicks to Blake. Kaman a screen on Conley. Blake for 3. It's rebounded by Bayless. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Right side, Conley. Passes to Pondexter. He kicks it to Bayless. And there's the feed to Conley. He dishes it to Bayless. From outside the arc, the Lakers with the rebound. Howard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Young pass to Blake. Rejected by Bayless. And here is Conley. to Bayless. Dishes to Davis. Feeds to Melo. Another shot. In deep. Davis drops it in.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Lakers trail by 4.
Well, last season on the Raptors, Ed Davis was showing that he could be a solid starter in the league. Bargnani was out and he was filling in well, but he was moved out in the Rudy Gay deal and back to the bench in Memphis.
And the Lakers call time here. And for Davis last season, despite a downturn in minutes, he has to be encouraged by his productivity.
Yeah, good field goal percentage, scored at a higher rate. Coming into the league, we knew he could finish at the rim on lobs and putbacks, but the rest of his offensive game was more of a question mark. Seems to be coming around. He's a very skilled player.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. John Lure, he's checked in for Melo, and Franklin subbed in for Mike Conley. And it's blocked by Lure. 1:12 left to play in the first. And there's the pass to Pondexter. Here's Davis. Kaman with the defensive effort. Lakers trail by 4. Blake kicks to Meeks. Kaman inside, trying to get back on track, and he lays it up and in. Kaman's got his first points of the game. Memphis is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. There's the screen. Pass to Franklin. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Lakers shooting just 35% to start the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Gets it to go. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Franklin. There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pondexter offline with his 3. Here's Meeks. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Blake. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Grizzlies lead by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
On tap Wednesday, December 18th, Paul George and the Indiana Pacers go on the road to battle the Miami Heat. Live from Miami. Do not miss it.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
And they set the tone there defensively with their shot blocking. They've been really intimidating down in the paint area.
You know, in the rest of the game, Steve, shooters will be looking around for the shot blockers because of what's happened in this quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Lakers right now, Farmar is out there with Steve Blake. Then it's Hill. Then there's Nick Young. And it's Gasol in at the 4 spot. The layup off target. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Kevin, Tony Allen has been a first-team all-defensive performer for 2 years running and one of the most intense players in the league. Teammate Mike Conley says, quote, he's like an Army general. He says crazy things, but goes out there and backs it up. He works as hard as he speaks. He gives 100% on every possession. Allen continues to try to make a name for himself, saying, quote, I want the whole league to know that I am a force. That's been my mentality since I came in. I'm grinding.
Well, they call it grit and grind. That's what he's brought. Thanks, Doris. Randolph the screen. Franklin passes to Okoye. There's the pick. He feeds it to Lure. In a foul on the shot, he'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Steve Blake.
Strange to see that a team that appeared to be in such strong position changed up so much last year. And the Grizzlies did that. They traded away Rudy Gay, and they also changed their offensive scheme to more of a pick-and-roll approach.
And the first one drops. There were a lot of questions asked after the Rudy Gay trade last season. Fans wondered if the team was looking to blow it up, even though they were fighting for the 3rd seed at the time. But, Steve, they really rallied.
They did. I thought they showed that they were an excellent team. And, you know, one of the reasons they made that trade is they had a lot of success a couple of years back in the playoffs without Rudy Gay. So they knew that they could play well without him. So they went ahead and pulled the trigger. And it looks like the deal has worked out okay.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Gasol kicks to Johnson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 on the clock. This one for 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, it's helping them get the lead. And if they can continue to rebound like this, I think they're going to be in pretty good shape.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Marc Gasol is checked in for John Lure, and Tayshaun Prince subbed in for Franklin. Miller against Johnson. Prince's shot is good. Prince has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Well, anytime you can make more than half your shots, Clark, you take that any day of the week.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Kobe kicks to Farmer. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles with another miss. And here are the Grizzlies now. They've got an 8-0 run. Koyen, defended by Farmo. Pass to Koyen, launches it. The rebound by Johnson. Lakers trail by 10. Puts the lead pass in front of them. That's good.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Prince outside. He passes to Koyen. Drops in the tray. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
The defense sagged off, and, you know, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that 3.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Well, for the Lakers last season, it seemed there was so much turmoil throughout the year. Injuries, coaching-wise, changes in the offense. They never were able to really gain any momentum. They made a decent run at the end of the season, but that didn't carry over into the postseason when they were swept by the Lakers in the first round.
Steve Nash checked in for Jordan Farmo. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Nash dishes to Hill. Back to Nash. Pass to Kobe. Rejected by Prince. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Well, this group of shooting guards has given us a little bit of something extra lately, including excellent rebounding, so you can see those numbers. Now you look at Miller, a terrific rebounder, 5th overall.
You know, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. And typically as a 2-guard, you're going to be on the perimeter a lot more often than you will be inside.
Yeah, but for all of these guys, you can point to their quickness as well as their superb instincts as to why they wound up on the list. I mean, you've got to have that nose for the basketball.
I think going back to D'Antoni and the Lakers, that Howard and Gasol were made more than a little disgruntled with how Clark he made use or didn't make use of them offensively.
You know, the Lakers brought in D'Antoni to try to emphasize Steve Nash and his role in the offense, but I think they neglected how that would affect the 7-footers. Didn't do a really good job of incorporating those guys, and when you got Kobe getting his shots, that's a tough dynamic to work through. That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game. Well, he earned that one. Took the hit and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. That free throw good from Gasol.
You know, guys, the Grizzlies a bit of a throwback team, and I like their moniker of grit and grind. It really was their identity of toughness and physicality, and I thought that's how they played, and as a result, they had a terrific season.
Prince against Johnson. There's Nash with the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
The thing you notice right off the bat from the statistics, just his three-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number, and it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, his mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And what amazing skills he has as a distributor, too, Steve. He doesn't just pass the ball effectively. He does it in spectacular fashion, too.
But, Clark, you mentioned the Grizzlies' old-fashioned style of play. There may be some changes in the offing. The new ownership group has made it a focal point to use, Steve, more advanced stats to inform their decision-making, analytics.
Well, and what will be interesting, Kevin, is that, in most advanced stats and advanced stat gurus will tell you need three-point shooting. This was a very poor three-point shooting club a season ago. So I would expect them to start going more in that direction, but you can't get away from your identity, which is the low-post game of Gasol and Randolph.
And here are the Grizzlies. They're on a 17-7 run. Now the pass to Okoye. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Randolph passes to Okoye. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
I couldn't quite figure this one out, guys, that, Zach Randolph's name being thrown around at times last season in trade talk. I mean, he's such an essential part of what the Grizzlies have been able to accomplish recently and what they're capable of doing going forward. Man, it was just kind of baffling to me that his name would show up in trade rumors.
So timeout called here, but first for Memphis. Thank you, Randolph. Clark, you mentioned the trade rumors. Pretty surprising, but his scoring has been down the last couple seasons, Steve, with that knee injury.
Yeah, still one of the top big men around. But the Memphis front office has been probably more salary conscious since the new ownership took over, and he is making big money the next 2 seasons.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Lakers. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Miller outside. Prince outside.
Randolph.
6 to shoot. From past the arc. No good from Okoye.
Now defensively, they did a great job of staying tight on him.
Nash outside. Back to Kobe. Johnson outside. From the arc. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here, but they're starting to make some headway into that deficit.
Howard against Gasol. Miller sets a screen for Gasol. Passes it to Okoye. Here's Miller. Soft touch off the glass. Miller's got 7.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Howard against Gasol. Outside, Kobe. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
And while we have a chance, let's check out some stats for Kobe Bryant. Second in free throw percentage. And he's in the top 15 in points per game. So he's a guy you have to account for defensively.
And as you said it, Steve, I mean, his free throw percentage is virtually unmatched. He's a guy who just doesn't take free throws lightly and makes a high percentage of them.
Chris Kaman is checked in for Pau Gasol. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Hey, gentlemen, well, part of the Lakers' struggles last year was that they were constructed like an all-star team. Coach Mike D'Antoni said, quote, "Have you ever watched an all-star game? It's god-awful because everybody gets the ball, they go one-on-one, and then they play no defense. That's our team. That's us." Having a pecking order with all their big players was something he wanted to instill on their Lakers roster. We'll see if they can do a better job of adhering to that this time around, guys.
Well, that's the rub, isn't it? That's the balancing act, isn't it, Doris? Share the ball, but get it into the hands of your scorers. Gasol gets the screen from Okoye. There's the dish to Miller. Pass to Okoye. Back to Miller. Unloads. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I'm not sure about that shot, guys. The defense really all over.
Prince against Kobe. Kicks it to Nash. Howard setting the pick for Nash. Johnson for three. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Gasol a screen on Nash. Koyen the pass to Gasol. The feed to Prince. Working on Bryant. The fadeaway. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Nash outside. Ring shot on the way. It's rebounded by Memphis. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Nash kicks to Kaman. Back to Nash. On the wing, Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. 14 points for Johnson.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
A nice shot by Gasol. Here's Nash. He's got 5. .132 left in the first half of basketball. And the Lakers making a change here. Howard dishes to Kobe. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Kobe's got 6 points.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Nash against Conley. He kicks it to Prince. Outside Prince. He dishes it to Bayless. Shot clock at 6. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Well, we always talk about getting good looks. Here's who's doing the best of it in the NBA. Dwight Howard on top. Pau Gasol 3rd.
Well, both of these guys, Kevin, have had 2 of the highest shooting percentages this season. And even if the fans haven't noticed it, the coaches and their opponents have noticed it, that's for sure.
Nash gets a screen from Kaman. And here's Young from the arc. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Nash has got 6 assists here tonight. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Well, you got to time up the clock. It's easier said than done, but you got to execute your offense on that first possession.
Conley kicks to Bayless. Back to Conley. On the wing, Davis. It's Prince on the wing. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got his second bucket. Lakers trail by 5. Nash outside. Howard with a screen on Conley. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. That's 7 points for Steve Nash. Now here is Conley. Here's Bayless. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Second quarter ends at a tight one. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome, everyone. Let's see if we can spice up your Tuesday night with a little halftime report. Out at FedEx Forum, the Grizzlies in a tightly contested game against the Lakers. Just one win away from moving into the 8th place in the conference, and they're definitely motivated. Tayshaun Prince playing impressively so far. He's got 8 points and also has contributed with his passing, making some assists. And for the Lakers, they've been battling. They're gunning from distance. The three-pointer's been their prime weapon. Wesley Johnson's been on a roll in the first half. He's up to 14 points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going. Now let's check out the other games still in progress. The Nuggets are at Pepsi Center, trailing to Oklahoma City. Some good action there in the third, and we still got a close ball game. And another one also in progress. The New Orleans Pelicans have the lead against the Warriors at Oracle Arena. Second quarter out there, and they've jumped out to a big lead. And another game going on. Out at Time Warner Cable Arena, the Bobcats with the lead against the Kings. Smooth sailing so far for them. Game in the third. That's all we've got here. Now, back to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. It's been one outstanding game from Wesley Johnson.
Yeah, he's been a revelation here tonight, Clark, scoring almost at will there in the half.
Hard to imagine he'll keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but you never know. And, you know, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
Prince is the 3 and Randolph the 4. Mike Miller is out there with Conley. And it's Gasol at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And Nash, here we go. Lets a floater go. Gets it to go. Nash has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Lakers. And going back to the Princeton offense that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin. I mean, Mike Brown was 1-4 when he got fired. And that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I mean, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time and given Mike Brown some time to install it.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Mike Conley, the starting point guard in Memphis pretty much his whole career. I'm sure he would agree that last season was probably his best yet.
The first one falls. And for Conley last season, an uptick in three-pointer and free throws attempted. Very interesting combination of numbers there.
Well, and for a perimeter player, a lot of times that can be the key to offensive efficiency because when you can shoot from the three-point line, it makes you even quicker than you already are. Defenses have to attack and chase you off that line, and now you can get into the paint and make other plays happen.
Mike Conley, boy, second in the NBA last season in steals per game. Quick feet and quick hands and a smart defender as well. Make him a pesky guy to deal with at that end of the floor.
Here's Kobe off the left rim and out.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Miller, the pass to Prince. Hill against Conley. Back to Prince. He's up against Gasol. And there's Tayshaun Prince on the assist by Conley. And that's now 10 points for Prince. And for Conley offensively, he doesn't try, Steve, I think, to do too much.
No, in some ways he reminds you of like a possession quarterback.
Ah, nice comparison.
He's going to be steady, do the little things, and let the game come to him, but very capable of making a big play when necessary. Last year, Kobe Bryant became the youngest player ever to get to 30,000 points in an NBA career. What an accomplishment. It just goes to show what a special talent he has been ever since he arrived in this league.
And the first one at the line is good. And, Steve, you talk about Kobe with 30,000 points. He's one of 5 players, certainly in NBA history, to score that many in a career. And, Clark, when you think about Kobe and the landscape of the NBA and all the great players they've had, truly amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And part of me wants to think that if he really wanted the all-time scoring crown, he might be able to get there. But for him, as he said, it's all about rings and playing at the highest level. Well, it's without question Kobe Bryant always going to be known as one of the great scorers in the history of the game. But for the kids watching at home, it is really worth reminding you of this. He can do it all. He's fundamentally sound in all aspects of the game. He defends, he rebounds, he passes. To be one of the true greats, you can't just focus on one thing. You need to be able to do a little bit of everything and do it all well.
Dishes it to Gasol. Banked in off the glass. Gasol's got his second basket. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And for Kobe Bryant last season, right at the top among shooting guards and rebounds and assists.
And despite his workload offensively, he's a very good defender, too, especially on the ball. He's been all-defense 9 times on that first team, 12 all-defense selections overall in his career, tied with Kevin Garnett for the all-time lead in both categories.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
You know, for Pau Gasol, calling last year a rough year might be an understatement. He fought off an injury and tried to find a role on a team that was in transition. A year like that can really take a lot out of a guy.
Gasol dishes to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Randolph, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Steve, for Pau Gasol, he dealt with knee tendonitis from the first day of the season, then a concussion, torn plantar fascia. I mean, he just had one setback, it seemed, health-wise after another.
It was just that kind of season, which symbolized the fate of his Lakers, too. They just never seemed to get it going until it was too late. But, you know, with Gasol, we're talking about a guy who's remained effective for a long time in his career. And when you have that kind of skill level, I think your game can translate as you get older.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You know, it's interesting. Zach Randolph had a few off-the-court issues early in his career, especially when he was with the Portland Trail Blazers. And the Grizzlies gave up almost nothing to acquire him from the Clippers. But they've got to be glad that they did, because he's developed into an outstanding player and really a good teammate as well. He's become a leader of that club.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Randolph was asked by someone in the press court, why was he such a great fit in Memphis? He said, it's a blue-collar town. I'm a blue-collar type player. I kind of like that, Clark.
You know, that says it all right there to me. And I would factor in this too, Kevin. His strength and physicality certainly fit with the DNA of that team. Their culture is built on effort and bruising play. And Zach Randolph fits into that nicely.
On the wing hill, defended by Gasol. Good. 9 points for Kobe Bryant.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Conley kicks to Miller. Fires from deep. Rejected by Kobe. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Kobe's got the ball.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. I mean, get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Conley with the screen on Hill. Gasol passes to Conley. Feeds it to Miller. Back to Conley. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Miller's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. They gave him a wide open look there.
The Grizzlies had the second best defense in the league last season after the Indiana Pacers, guys. And on the perimeter, they had speed with Conley and Tony Allen inside, size and strength with Marc Gasol, who was the Defensive Player of the Year, and Zach Randolph. And they were tough to score against.
Conley kicks to Randolph. Back to Conley. A 3 ball. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Well, that for a response.
We will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
And Clark, you mentioned the size inside for the Grizz. They tied for the second best rebound percentage in the league. And Steve, that was a huge area for them.
And on the perimeter, they were in the top 5 in steals, Kevin. So you're talking about defense and rebounding and low post scoring. I mean, that's a really good foundation for an excellent team.
And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Miller dishes to Conley. He feeds it to Gasol. He's against Hill. There's Miller with the 3. And the shot is good. Miller's got 10 points.
You know, Miller has battled injuries over the last few seasons, but when he's right, he can really help you on the wing, particularly as a rebounder and a spot-up shooter. Can really bury that 3-point ball.
Yeah, a great shooter and rebounder, competes defensively. You know, a lot to like about his game. Outside Hill. Lets it fly. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Miller against Kobe. Now Conley. 12 points for him. Gasol gets the screen from Conley. Miller, no luck. Lakers trail by 6. Kobe goes in. Stolen by Michael Conley. Into Zach Randolph. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Heads-up play on both ends there. Transition basketball, the steal and the quick push.
Steve, that's how it should be played. I mean, rapid-fire basketball.
Gasol setting the pick for Kobe. Gasol with the steal. And now here's Prince, the fast break opportunity. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Over the last 10 games, Kevin, you can see where the Lakers rank in the league right now. First in fewest turnovers per game. Second in field goal percentage. And they're number 2 shooting from the stripe. I'd say they've taken advantage of the charity at the free throw line.
And what's most impressive out of all those numbers, Clark, is the few turnovers that they commit. Because now all of a sudden you're executing, you're putting a lot of pressure on the defense because they know they're not going to force a lot of steals and get out in transition to find easy points.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Conley gets to Gasol. 6 feet out. And another basket for Memphis.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Conley against Nash. It's back to Hill. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Lakers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. He misses the free throw. And some changes here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Gasol. Jody Meeks comes in for Wesley Johnson. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Kobe. No good on the second free throw. Memphis leading by 8. Pondexter with it. Now guarded by Meeks. Prince kicks to Conley. Clock at 6. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. With this break in the action, here's a look at the teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. The Grizzlies 4th.
You know, shot blocking can sometimes be like a spark plug or an energy injection for the defense. Their home crowd really gets into it when they throw those shots out of there.
No good on that one. Los Angeles making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. And he sinks the second. Lakers trail by 9. Blake off the pick from Howard. Blake kicks to Farmar. Pass to Howard. Shot from 6. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And for Dwight Howard last season, no doubt injuries held him back. But I've got to give him credit. He still led the league in rebounding with over 12 a game. Remarkable.
Well, now they're just going to town on him.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
The pass to Gasol. He's against Lure. The shot's good from Gasol. Gasol's got 4 this quarter. And for Howard, averages of 17 and 12. Not bad at the center position.
Yeah, but we're used to seeing him get kind of, 23 and 14. So, Dwight has worked hard to try to get back to 100%. When he's right, he is the best center in the NBA, but when he's right is the key phrase there.
Here's Farmar, covered by Conley. Now Farmar. Right now averaging 5 points a game. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Conley with it. It's Prince on the wing, defended by Meeks. The 11-footer, and it's off the back rim, no good. Lakers trail by 9. Farmar kicks to Blake. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ryan's checked in. Memphis leading by 6. Now here's Conley. He's got 13. He passes to Franklin. Back to Conley. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. Conley's got 15 points.
So much of what ailed the Lakers could be traced to the lack of defensive presence. And it really came to a head when Magic Johnson, one of the greatest Lakers of all time, called them out about looking to play Showtime offense while not paying attention to solid defense.
Here's Farmar. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Franklin passes to Conley. Conley off the pick from Lure. Miller dishes to Davis. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Davis has got 4 this quarter. And going back to what Clark said, they didn't actually try to run that much based on tempo, more than what they might have been used to, certainly, Steve, but the D was a concern in a major way.
Well, it was really more about teams running wild on them instead of the other way around. You look at the Laker personnel, big front line last year with Howard and Gasol. The transition defense wasn't quite there. You throw in the injuries. They were never able to find that balance between good offense and solid defense.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Conley off the pick from Lure. He got right to the cup using that screen. And now it's a 12-point Grizzly lead. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Farmar. Lakers passing it around. Howard kicks to Farmar. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Farmar's got 7 points. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Miller outside. Back to Conley. And it's blocked. The third quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies lead by 9. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
Tune in Friday, December 21st. Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. It's a Pacific Division showdown. Make sure to catch it.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Lakers trail by 9. Taking a look at the Lakers. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Hill is out there with Howard. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Kobe the pass to Nash. Pass to Howard. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Marc Gasol.
Dwight Howard is a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and you know, when he's healthy, he can really anchor a defense inside with his rebounding and shot blocking. A real force in the paint.
That free throw, no good. And Clark, I know for Howard, you said when he's right. But the last few seasons, Steve, I think that's become an issue. Injuries have been a problem.
For sure, his production has waned. He had the disc issue in his back that numbed out one of his legs last year, had to have back surgery. So, you know, you think about everything else, the torn labrum in his shoulder. He's taken a pounding over the years. Not a good foul shooter, so people really hit him hard and force him to the line. You wonder if maybe that has something to do with the injuries.
And here is Conley. Right side Gasol. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Should be a good one for the Timberwolves today. I'm anxious to see what ends up happening there.
Howard, that's good.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Conley dishes to Prince. Six on the shot clock. Gasol backing down. The fader. Here's Randolph. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Hill. Lakers trail by 6, and it's Johnson penetrating. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Here's what Memphis has lined up on their schedule. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. The Grizzlies have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Outside Conley. Gasol. He's guarded by Howard. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
For the majority of his career, Marc Gasol has been referred to as the other Gasol. But last season, you can make that case that he surpassed his brother Powell in terms of impact on the court.
And Marc Gasol, a little bigger than his older brother Powell, very comfortable at the center position, whereas Powell is a little more of a tweener. They're both obviously so incredibly skilled.
They sure are. I mean, both Gasol's able to play in the high post as passers or jump shooters or down on the low block, and where they can use their array of offensive skills. Pretty impressive to see 2 players like that coming out of the same family.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Gasol comes in for Dwight Howard. And Nick Young is subbed in for Kobe. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Lakers trail by 7. Here's Johnson. Nash hits to Young. Fires the 3. And Davis pulls it down. Memphis has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Here's Bayless. Out to Conley. The dish to Bayless. Rocket 6. And again, Memphis no good.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's going, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Young with the ball. Gasol covering. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Prince misses.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one. Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Hey, come around.
Kicks it to Conley. The feed to Gasol. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Back to Prince. He dishes it to Conley. Gasol on the high post. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Nash outside. On the wing, Johnson. With the shot. They get it back. Out to Nash. Young outside. Back to Nash. Gasol, a screen on Conley. On the wing, Johnson. Johnson right side. To end the drought. And that one's good. Johnson's got 20 points.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that 3.
Here is Bayless, defended by Young. And Bayless kicks to Prince. Dishes it to Bayless. They'll get another chance. Here's Davis. Cannot hit. Some solid defense from Gasol. Now Nash. Johnson outside. He kicks to Young. Young, right side. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Memphis leading by 6. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. checked in for the Lakers. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Conley with it, guarded now by Nash. Here's Prince. Johnson with the block. Johnson right side. Outside Gasol. A putback, and Hill throws it down. And now just a 4-point Grizzly lead.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Has some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, he wasn't wasting any time. Straight back up and right into the hoop.
Conley against Nash. Conley the pass to Miller. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Lakers trail by 4. Nash outside. Wants to get it to Kobe and does. Johnson releases. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. And it's now 22 points for Johnson.
Gotta love the inside-out game there, guys.
Conley with it. Feeds to Prince. Pass to Gasol. He's against Hill. And taken away by Johnson. And it's the Lakers on the break to tie it up. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Miller dishes to Conley. Prince outside. Back to Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the layup's good off the glass. Conley's got 19 points.
Boy, it's been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Kobe draws it up. He feeds it to Nash. There's the pass to Gasol. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, even though he's getting up there in years, guys, Powell's effectiveness shouldn't really drop off much. He's a long, skilled player who doesn't play off the ground very much, and his versatility should help his longevity.
That free throw good from Gasol. Clark, you mentioned the versatility of Pau Gasol. Steve, it's really the defining quality of his game, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the ability to do so many things offensively as a big guy just really completes a team. Now you can run any kind of offense you want. And Pau, as a passer, as a scorer, as a shooter, has been one of the best in the game for the last decade.
He's off on the second.
I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite trailing in this game.
Well, you know, that's when you need to be most aggressive when you're down. Another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
It's Prince on the wing, defended by Gasol. Conley into the lane. From down in the low post, it goes. Conley's got 21 in the game.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Kobe sets the pick for Nash. Inside to Gasol. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Nash has got his 8th assist in the game. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Conley kicks to Gasol. Lays it up and banks it in. Gasol's got 5 points now in the quarter.
No mistakes on the offensive execution there.
Nash against Conley. Outside, Kobe. The tray. They get the rebound. Hill missed inside.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
Prince kicks to Randolph. Passes it to Conley. The Lakers with the rebound. Hill's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Nash, covered by Miller. Nash, the pass to Kobe. Right side, Kobe. From 6 feet. Misses off the right eye.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Conley against Johnson. And taken away by Johnson. Pass to Kobe. Shoots from the baseline. And he hits the jump shot.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Conley kicks to Gasol. Here's Randolph. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. And the Grizzlies lead by 5. LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Los Angeles calls timeout. You look at Michael Conley. What a contribution.
You need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
Gasol dishes to Kobe. And that one's good. Kobe's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Conley against Nash. Conley kicks to Miller. The dish to Gasol. Hill's there. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You look at what Gasol has done so far. He's got 14 points and a block. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
Well, it's a good example, Clark, of how you set the table for the rest of your teammates. He's really brought focus and energy to this game.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. So it's the Lakers now, trailing by 4. Kobe goes in. It's back to Hill. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Hill. Now here's Conley. Back to Randolph. .158 left to play in the final quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Kobe with the steal. Right side, Kobe. Here's Nash. No good. That would have tied it. Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Kobe. To tie it up. Blocked. Memphis leading. On the wing, Miller. He's guarded by Hill. Miller kicks to Randall. Here's Gasol. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defensive back, Gasol's got 8 here in the quarter.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Here's Kobe. A bucket is good. They'll have a chance for one more. They get Marc Gasol.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
The free throw drops for Kobe.
He's made an effort to get into the defense a lot more by aggressively attacking the basket, and he's not shying away from the contact, which is giving him some free throw opportunities.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. They're up by 1. 1:04 left here in the fourth quarter. Prince, the pass to Conley. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the feed to Randolph. Yes!
Oh, what a clutch shot. That could be the difference maker.
Big moment in this game.
LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Nash hits to Gasol. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Bryant can't hit. Good D by Miller. The shot and game clock separated by 4. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Conley kicks to Miller. Back to Conley. Conley off the pick from Randolph. And it's Conley penetrating. Gasol with the defensive effort. Timeout called the Lakers. They trail by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth. Here's what's your take.
With this much time remaining, they should be able to get themselves a decent shot at the basket. Still, a contested 3 is never an easy shot.
Chance here to send it into overtime.
Need a 3.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Here's Conley. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Hill is out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Johnson in at the three, the small forward. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Both good from the line that time.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
He dishes it to Prince. Uncovered. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And that's 12 points for Prince. Here's Kobe. Gasol, a screen on Miller. The open shot by Johnson. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Nash against Conley.
That's his first personal foul. First team
foul. Outside Gasol. The shot. Memphis the rebound. Out to Conley. Second change shot. Another miss by Conley. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Johnson. Shot's good. Johnson's got 26.
Gotta love this team's grit. After trailing early, they had fought all their way back here.
You know, they could have gotten down on themselves when they were down earlier, but I like the fact they never gave up, guys.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Hill. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. Gasol dishes to Conley. He passes to Prince. Back to Conley. Shot clock at 6. It's good from long range. 24 points for him.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Balanced scoring clock and Steve for him. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watch it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar. Right, Steve?
Yeah, pass the cream, too. I mean, while you're at it. I mean, this has been something to watch. I mean, just everybody getting involved.
Back to Randolph. Conley sets a screen for Randolph. With the lead pass. Shots good by Miller.
The pick wasn't ultra effective, but it got him just enough room for the score.
Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
And they can't afford to let it get any slimmer than what it is now, guys.
The three from Johnson. The Grizzlies pull it in. Conley's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Left side Miller to take the lead. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Miller's got 4 points this quarter. We're in OT here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by. And here's Kobe. Here's Gasol. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's 8 points for Hill.
He never gives up on a missed shot. He feels like every one is his, and that tip-in paid off for him.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And what an exciting game here with 3 minutes played so far in overtime. Conley off the pick from Gasol. And here's Miller outside. Randall tips it back in.
Excellent work to turn that miss into 2 points on the tap in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them.
Had great instincts, too. You're just anticipating where the ball is heading. Great job there, beating everybody else to the ball.
Kobe passes to Johnson. Back to Kobe. 5 to shoot. He sinks the 11-footer. Kobe's got 4 points in the quarter. Boy, that was a big shot.
And that one just flattened this crowd, Kevin.
Yeah, nothing you can do as a fan after a shot like that. Just shake your head.
Randolph sets a screen for Conley. Into Marc Gasol. That's good. Gasol's got 19 points.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Kobe gets a screen from Hill. Kobe goes in. Dishes to Nash. Puts up a 3. Can't get it to go. And it's Memphis the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Conley against Nash. Miller inside. Here's Gasol. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, they had a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before that shot attempt.
Yeah, and giving up free throws isn't ideal here, Steve. You know that, but at least they've got the clock stopped.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2.
His one miss there could be important. There's a big difference, a huge difference between a 2-point lead and a 3-point lead.
Near the 3-point line, it's Nash. It's good. This game is all even.
Watch out now. Nash is on fire.
Grizzlies shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Conley into the lane. Back to Randolph. Gasol tried to free himself up. Off target at the rim. And the Lakers call time here. Here's the Lakers with the ball. Here's Kobe. He kicks it to Nash. From the high post. It's good!
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. What do you think, guys?
Their only chance here is to lob it towards the basket and go for the tip in. There's not enough time left to catch and shoot.
Clark, they couldn't put him away in regulation, but after a superb performance in overtime, they managed to get the job done.
Yeah, just an amazing game, but they pulled away at the end.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Wesley Johnson.